presence of Gibbs in New Jersey. So of course, it's an exciting afternoon for you to celebrate your achievement, but it's also somewhat bittersweet for us. So this afternoon, I'm extremely happy and thankful that you are here today. I'd like to assert my prerogative as the president of Gibbs College to talk about thankfulness this afternoon. It seems appropriate given the occasion and the season. As most of you know, the traditional first Thanksgiving... They were seated. As most of you know, the traditional first Thanksgiving was celebrated in 1621 at Plymouth Plantation. The Pilgrims were thankful that their local inhabitants shared their knowledge about fish, game, and produce so that the Pilgrims would be able to live through the coming winter. Ironically, this thankfulness was manifest even though more than 50% of the Pilgrims had already died on the trip over and through the summer, and many more were to follow in the coming winter. Thanksgiving didn't become a national observance until November 1863, when Abraham Lincoln proclaimed the National Thanksgiving Day. He wrote in proclaiming that day, "The year is drawing toward its close, and it has been filled with the blessings of fruitful fields and beautiful skies." Ironically, he wrote these words within months of the Battle of Gettysburg, in which there were 51,000 casualties and we were in the midst of our Civil War. Eventually, President Franklin Roosevelt signed legislation on December 26, 1941, making the fourth Thursday in November a national holiday of Thanksgiving. Ironically, he made this declaration within 3 weeks of the attack on Pearl Harbor and in the midst of World War II. Ironically, as Gibbs closes its doors and is and is celebrating its last commencement, I would like to take a few moments to talk about some of the things that I, as the last president, am thankful for. First, my association with a remarkable staff, from the custodians to the security staff, the human resources staff, the business office, the registrar, all of the admissions officials, the career services, placement officials, the financial aid and tuition planning folks who all assisted you to wend your way through the Gibbs labyrinth. They always made me look a lot smarter than I am, and I thank them quite a bit for that. Next, I'd like to thank my fellow administrators, the presidents, vice presidents, deans, and directors for having the patience to deal with me and for sharing their expertise and with me, and thus making me a better administrator. One of the most important cogs in the Gibbs machine was the faculty. I thank them for their incredible fidelity to their profession and their dedication to the success of you, our students. I thank our Board of Trustees for their role in overseeing the various manifestations of the Catherine Gibbs enterprise in New Jersey through the years. They always had the best interests of the school, staff, and students in mind. The last group I would like to thank is the students themselves. Now, my role at the college for most of the 6.5 years I've been here was to be the grumpy old man in the corner who didn't smile and always said no to the students, particularly about academic issues. Well, that wasn't the real me. I secretly loved seeing you in the halls and watching all of the activity that was going on. I loved the clothes, the music, the machinations and the activities that all of the students were involved in. I loved it when you came through the hallways with your children and with your parents and with your spouses. I loved the life in the cafeteria, and I particularly loved coming to the commencement exercises because it was always, even though I was the grumpy old man, it was always an incredible pleasure for me to see all of the activity and the vibrancy within the ranks of the students. So to return the favor, I would like to leave you with some modest suggestions or recommendations. The first is never forget how you feel today and how you felt when you finished the program. The exhilaration, the excitement, and the sense of accomplishment, the feeling of invincibility. Then remember how you got here and simply repeat the performance. Do that by earning your bachelor's degree, by going for the promotion at work, or by being the best employee you can be at work and ride the exhilaration of those experiences. Second, remember that no one can take this achievement from you, ever. Many mistake the ceremony or the diploma for the achievement. The real achievement is in the learning, and that learning is represented on your transcript. If you remember anything about today, I ask that you remember this. In the package that you received today, there is a letter from me that lists how to get your transcripts in the future. I recommend that you place it with your diploma. If you put your diploma in a frame, put the letter behind it. This way you will always know how to get that transcript. So, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, the administration, and the Board of Trustees, thank you for all that you, the students and graduates of Gibbs, have given us through the years. You're not done with me yet. I'm the Master of Ceremonies as well. Traditionally,